As I get everything together. Alright, there we go. What is up, YouTube? HPJ here, and I'm coming at you guys today because I have a package opening for you guys. So, do be aware we're going to see a lot of these cards in upcoming deck profiles and some upcoming videos. So, I cannot wait to show you guys what I got. So, I got my stuff from Ideal 808. They're one of the three places I get my cards from. I get my stuff from Ideal. I get my stuff from what is it? Ideal. I get my Core TCG, and then I get my stuff from Troll and Toad. I only go to Troll and Toad. Honestly, is a last resort. Um, I would like to get my stuff from TCG Player, but they kinda don't like my credit card, so yeah. But no, I am really excited about this one because it's a lot of stuff that I got new, and it's a lot of stuff that I'm still working on getting. So no one expect Lady Debugs because they're hotcake right now, and Cerberuses are going up. So I was looking for Cerberuses, I was looking for Debugs. Debugs are just out of commission right now. So some of the cards that I picked up this time around, I picked up the lovely set of Super Harpy's Feather Storm. I picked up a set of Harpy Lady Phoenix Formation Common. I picked up the cute and adorable Madoche Petting Successor, the newest Madoche monster. I picked up a set of the beautiful Lady Fire Charmer, Hita. I also picked up a set of Update Gemmer for some hot tech with the Cyverse monsters. And then I picked up a set of a fusion of fire, and a Great Chimera. So, we just go over everything that I picked up, actually, and I do like to do this now when I get my box openings and my deck openings and stuff like that. So let me just get the cards arranged. All right, so let's start off with, of course, the Salamangreat cards in the form of Salamangreat Violet Chimera and in the fire spell Fusion of Fire. So Fusion of Fire is always treated as a Salamangreat card. Fusion summon one Salamangreat fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand, field, or your opponent hand in field as fusion material. You can only use one fusion of fire per turn. So this helps with the getting into the Violet Chimera, the fusion monster for the Salamangreat. Ironically enough, the Salamangreat have a fusion, a ritual, an exceed, and a link monster. So the only thing they don't have is a synchro and a tuner. But Violet Chimera, Cyber's fusion effect monster, what is it? One Salamangreat monster, one Link monster. If this card is fusion summoned, you can make this monster's attack. You can make this monster gain attack equal to half of the combined original attack of the materials used for its fusion summon until the end of the turn. Once per battle during the damage calculation, if this card battles a monster whose attack is currently different from its original attack, quick effect, you can double this card's attack during the damage calculation only. If this card was fusion summoned using a Salamangreat Violet Chimera as fusion material, this monster's attack becomes 0 during the damage calculation only. So you pretty much just combine it with multiple chimeras, some link monsters, and you pretty much just bam, you summon this and you just wreck face. It's pretty much the Salamangreat OTK, and I will be updating the Salamangreat deck as soon as this video is over, so that way I can have that going. So let's move this over and let's talk about the next couple of cards. And of course, we're going to follow the archetypes with Madolche Pudding Successor. So, I'm actually going to hold one while I read her effect, and you guys can see the cute little angel here. So, she is Earth Fairy, level 4. 1400 attack, 1400 defense. When this card in your possession is destroyed by an opponent's card, it's sent to the graveyard. Shuffle this card back into the deck. You can only use each effect of Madolche Pudding Successor Petting Setsu once per turn. If you have no monsters in your graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is special summon, you can special summon one Madolche monster from your deck or hand instead of Madolche Petting Setsu. And if you do, reduce this level by one, and also you can also summon monsters for the rest of the turn except for Madolche monsters. So the reason why I picked up this card isn't just because I love Madolches. It is also because a friend of mine had built an updated version of Madolches, and he took it to regionals, and it was just beautiful. Lots of the classic Madolche monsters, Madolche pudding sets, Madolche um, Angeli, Hoot Cake, Messenger Lotto, Philo, and you had Pudding Sesser, and then you had all these nice hand traps that just fueled up Hoot Cake's effects. You had the instant fusions. He had a great deck, and I swear I wish I had the deck profile for you guys to show that off. It is a beautiful Madolche deck, and I just wanted to pick up a couple of Madolche cards because I still love this deck. This is one of my favorites, but Madolche Angeli, Hoot Cake, and Magelline are really high right now because Magelline is the Stratos. Hoot Cake and Angeli are both of their summoners. In addition to Pitting Sasser, Angeli was the first level 4 Madolche monster that was a fairy type, so she had a lot of advantages to her. Effects of Ticket, Chateau, and all that. Not to mention, she could summon the Madolche monster from the deck and do a ton of combos there. So, trust me, this deck is not dead. It just has been revamped and is doing well. Not to mention, it has their own. They do have their own Link monster in the form of Madolche Fresh Start. So, do check out for that. So, let's move on to Update Jammer. So put through here, let's move this one. So Update Jammer is a Cyberverse Link effect monster. He points up and points left. Two level 2 or higher Cyberverse monsters once per battle during damage calculation. If a Cyberverse monster battles, quick effect, you can activate this effect, negate all other card effects on the field until the end of the damage step. Damage calculation for this battle using each of the monster's original attack and defense. Also, if an opponent's monster is destroyed by a battle, is destroyed by this battle and sent to the graveyard, inflict 1,000 points of damage to your opponent. This card is sent to the graveyard as link material for that monster can make a second attack. So the reason why I'm using this is because, we were building I was helping build a friend of mine's deck, and he was using Update Jammer as a card in combination with the monster from Codebreaker. There was a lot of crazy stuff with that deck in his version of Salamangreat. So it wasn't too bad of a deck. It's still a really good card, and I'm surprised it's a win monster. The fact that this is kind of very generic, kind of very meh card, a lot of meh combinations can do really well. So I want to get me a set of the Update Jammer. And then let's move on to Hita Fire Charmer Ablaze. So this is one of the new monsters that was added to the Charmer archetype. Not to mention, she is their first Link monster. So we have Hita the Flame Charmer Ablaze, spellcaster Link effect monster, bottom left, bottom right. 2 monsters, including a fire monster. This card is always treated as a familiar possessed card. You can target one fire monster your opponent controls, one fire monster in your opponent's graveyard, and special summon it to a zone this card points to. If this Link summon monster is destroyed by battle or destroyed by your opponent's card effect while in the owner's monster zone, this card, you can add one fire monster 15 or less defense and add it to your hand. You can only use each effect of Hita the Flame Charmer Ablaze once per turn. So Hita brings a new sense of Witch of the Black Forest because she can be destroyed by all card effect and trigger her effects off. She does need a fire monster in addition to whatever other monster you're using to summon her, which is not bad. She can summon a monster from your opponent's graveyard that is fire attribute and put it to the place where she's pointing at, which does help when it comes to mirror match if you're using this in Salamangreat. Because a lot of the cards I'm getting for this are great for the Salamangreat extra deck and really good for the Salamangreat deck overall. I'm just missing a couple of more cards because, of course, I do need the Lady Debugs. I need the Fire. I may get Flame Cerberus. I'm not sure. Um, no, Flame Buffalo. I'm sorry. I say Cerberus, but I am considering it just because they're a lot. If I could get them as soon as possible, I won't have to wait for them. And I'm not too shy away from getting cards at this point. So that is Hita. Now let's move on to the last set of cards, and of course that is my Harpy cards. We have Harpy Lady Phoenix formation and Harpy's Lady, and we have Harpy's Featherstorm. So Featherstorm replaced Harpy's Feather Duster in the TCG's version of Sisters of the Rose. It was a downside to a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players just because we wanted a reprint of Harpy's Feather Duster. The OCG got the Ghost Rare Harpy's Feather Duster. Feather Duster still legal in OCG. Unfortunately, it's not in the TCG. But for those who want me to read it off, of course, Harpy's Feather Storm, normal trap. If you control a winged beast monster until the end of the turn, negate any monster effects your opponent activates. If you control a Harpy monster, you can activate this card from your hand. If this card in the owner's possession, if this card in your opponent's if this card in its owner's spell or trap zone is destroyed by your opponent's card effect, you can add one Harpy's Feather Duster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So, this is pretty much one of the big combo sets for Harpies because not only does it help negate monster effects, but it lasts to the end of the turn, so you can deal with a lot of stuff then. Not to mention, this helps if we had Harpy's Feathers in the TCG, we could get this card if it was destroyed by our opponent's card effect while in the spell and trap zone, which isn't too hard because, well, where do most spells and traps go anyway? Spell and trap zone. So even activating this from your hand is going to go to the spell and trap zone if your opponent tries to destroy it. The bright side to it is we get Harpy's Feather Duster. Now let's talk about Harpy Lady Phoenix formation. It's not one of the best Harpy spells in the game. The only reason why I did get it was because it's a common version, and I didn't have to worry about the ultras because now I don't have to use them or bend them or whatever. But Harpy Lady Phoenix formation, normal spell. If you control 3 or more Harpy Lady and or Harpy Lady sisters, destroy all opponent's monsters equal to the exact as possible, equal to the but not no more or than the total number of Harpy Lady or Harpy Lady sisters you control. And if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the original attack of the highest attack monster on your opponent's side of the field. If there's a tie, you choose. Also, during the turn this card is activated, you cannot special summon monsters from your extra deck or your main deck, and you cannot conduct battle phase the turn you activate this card. So, because of how broken the original Harpy Lady Phoenix formation was, this card had to be nerfed completely. The first nerf is that you didn't just have to control. Well, it's a very stated card, of course, that it has Harpy Lady Sisters in its text, so Harpy Perfumer and Oracle can search for it. The other factor of this card is that you can't conduct battle phase after you've activated this card because you're inflicting a mass amount of damage, which was the same thing in the anime. The only big difference is that when you destroyed those monsters, it was the combined total attack of those monsters that are in the field, not the original attack of the one with the highest attack. It was just all the monsters your opponent controls were destroyed, and then your opponent lost attack equal to the monsters attack, all your opponent's monsters attack. So that's part of it. Was pretty much Harpy Lady's version of a Regeki. You didn't need 3 Harpy Lady monsters on 3 or more Harpy Lady or sisters to activate the card. You could still special summon from your main deck and your extra deck. It's just, yeah, it had to be watered down for it not to be so abusable. That's the thing. I mean, I want to say it's an okay card. It's just unfortunately not, and that's just the downside to it. Like I said, you can search this card off of Harpy Lady, Harpy Oracle, Harpy Perfumer, because it has Harpy Lady Sisters in its text. You can get this card off of Hysteric Sign because it has Harpy in its name. And you can discard it with Harpy Chandler's effect because it has Harpy in its name as well. So that's pretty much it for all the stuff that I got from the packaging. I hope you guys do enjoy this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more, as it helps me out tremendously. I will see you guys next time with the next video. HPJ signing out. Take care.